why is the weight so heavy?
Yes.
On the 5K? It's saying.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is a recording of my Akashic Records reading. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned and Chantal, my Akashic Records reader, will explain it. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because you might have been curious about getting a reading done and you want to know what it looks like. Now, do bear in mind that before you go into a reading, or before I went into my reading, I set an intention or a focus point for the reading itself. Chantal then asked for my full name, and Chantal actually channels energy. So what she did was she entered the session, she scribbles down the messages as she channels it, and then she sent me voice notes of what those messages were. So I actually got quite a lot from that in itself, but this session is dedicated to unpacking what those messages were because there's quite a lot that I received from there. If you want to know more about Akashic Records readings, go to Chantal's channel, which I've left in the description box of this video. But without further ado, let's hop straight into the session. I've left some timestamps as well if you want to jump to sections.
What stood out for you in the reading?
What stood out for me was two things. One was how easy my goal of $20,000 income per month is. It's like it was saying that it's here already. And then the other thing was about my dad. So two things stood out. What happened between the first time I heard it to now, which has been a few days, was a lot of things have been coming up for me about the structure of business, and I'm wanting to control it right away because I'm like, it's here. What do I do? And as a result of that, I'm been trying to not do anything and let answers come to me. But I've also found it very tricky.
Yeah. And look, I understand that. And I think that's something really important you've pointed out. Two things. That's why I like to offer women a second session, if not a third, because there's a lot to unpack. So it's all very well. This is what I love about the Akashic Records. You get this information, and because it's coming from your blueprint, it's like, you can ask questions, not everything will resonate, but then what do you do with it? But like yourself, because you've already got rituals in place, like you already meditate, allow things to happen, you know how to support yourself. And there's still times where you need some guidance there as well. And I think that's also something I've noticed for myself too. And in this world, we're so busy wanting doing now. In fact, we want it yesterday. We don't know how to have patience and wait. And something I was doing this morning, it's not the new word we're saying is to lean into it. But I realized for me, it's leaning back. Because when I lean back, I've got to trust I'm going to be held and not fall flat on my back. So what I'm hearing you saying is because you want it now, because it's exciting.
It's like I had a window and I got the vision that it's here now. And then automatically as the physical self, it makes me think, I receive inquiries all the time. And because I do one-to-one, I get really nervous about taking them all on board. And then automatically I'm like, okay, do I change into a group set? Like all of these questions about business model kept on coming up. And then part of me was just said, just be open to the creative ways in which this 20K can be. Maybe it's not a business model.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So I honestly, from when I first heard it to now, there has been a bit of a push-pull as to how do I be then in this moment to see where that is. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that's the power of this. And that can be, as you said, I like that idea of push-pull. And that's again why it could be something like you could consider. We could have another Akashic record reading and so now we've got what you wanted purposeful and aligned 20,000 income months. Now we could go back into the Akashic records and say, what would that look like?
Oh my God.
Because what I'm reading more and more with the Akashic records, what I'm loving as I delve deeper into it, the Akashic records are like a blueprint of your whole life. It takes you into that fifth dimension, right? So from the moment your soul was born, created, to the time your soul departs, everything is recorded there from past lives, every emotion, thought, feeling, activity, everything is there. So when you do this, a clearing keeps happening. So you get these downloads, right? But then it's what do you do with that? So we can go into any part of your life. So it's like we go into this beautiful big library. So I go into your library. So I get permission to go into your library. And sometimes we can do this together where we visualize your own library. Mine's just an old antique library because I love that, but yours could be modern, funky, doesn't matter. You walk in, and what I do is, and then I suggest to people, you can do it in your own way, is I sit down and I just allow the book that needs to pop out to come if I'm not sure. Or in this case, we'd go to the book that is about what would this look like.
Really?
And that's how I visualize it. So then what I do is I visualize myself, because I love reading. So this suits me to a T. So I love sitting there. I've got my beautiful chair book, and I have my business guides around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sit there and I allow the book to open.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I allow the stuff to come through. And that's why I also do Reiki too, because I bring in different symbols and other things, and really keep myself pure and clean. So I don't bring in my own ego, judgment, doubt, and all those sort of things, because that can happen for me too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I trust what comes through for you, for the client, or if I'm doing it for myself, I've just got to trust it's coming through for me without it's it's just let it come through.
Right.
Okay.
So with that, where we currently are, is that what we unpack in today's session?
Yes.
So based on like my takeaway from that, like hearing that download and then sort of sitting with it, now we kind of like unpack
exactly.
Yeah, even me, I'm like, what does this unpacking session contain? Because when I heard it, it was all very clear to me, but I guess it does kind of leave you in that situation of what do I do now?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That's exactly right. And this has been a big thing, and I've been trying to work it out, and you've given me this gift as well, because I did a lot, you read your self-help books, you go to tarot readings, you go to psychics, they give you all this amazing information, you walk away and you go, well, what now? And that can happen with an Akashic reading too, if you're not, because you get this information, then what now? That is why I truly believe you need a few sessions. It's your choice, of course. So we can unpack it, because you've been left with this incredible, your reading was, I literally, my hands flew across the paper.
Yeah.
And it was so exciting.
Well, since then, so what's happened in like my physical state is, I've been working out the different models that I can take. And then, so because I wasn't too sure what happens in this session, I kind of like started saying, okay, these are my options. Which one do I like the most?
Yes.
When does it begin?
Yes, you have it all here in the mind, but here. So you said 3 things come up. Did you say 3 options, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'd suggest now is that we would go into gentle meditation. And I'd get you to feel into each one.
Okay.
So do you want to do that now? Do you want to share out loud what your options are? Or do you want to just keep it to yourself?
I'll say it out loud.
All right, so let's do number 1, and I make notes just so that you know, because then it keeps me grounded and present. So I'm just going to make notes. So option 1.
Option one is digital products.
Okay. Give me 2 so I can go through it. Option 2.
Option 2 is like a group coaching.
Group coaching. Yep.
For a longer period of time.
Yep.
Like 6 months or something.
Yep.
And then there's some one-on-ones. So one-on-ones is like a limited amount of one-on-ones.
Yes, like I was just going to say, like a VIP.
Yeah, like a VIP.
And that's where you really can put your price up. Like this is where you get value, because you're getting your undivided. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say one thing though that I think I maybe hesitate with all of this?
Yes. That
before I came into this coaching business, I didn't know that I would love it so much. And my initial intention was to drive about 90% of my business through to YouTube, and everything it was literally only digital products, and that was it.
Okay.
And so now I started working with people. I really love it, but I didn't predict this part.
Okay. And I love that. And that's why this is great with the Akashic Records, because what's coming through is it's actually tuned in, or you've already tuned into it. We're just now going to, as you said, unpack it.
Okay.
To see what you can come back. I mean, I've already got a sense of something here, but I want you to go through it first, and then we'll go from there. All right. Okay. Kristine, so just take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Just gently. Just taking a moment to use your breath to bring you into your body. So just gently inhaling, exhaling. Just becoming aware of the room, how you're sitting, the busyness of your mind. Just using your breath slowly slow you down, creating this beautiful rhythm. Now I just want you to tune into this excitement that you're feeling. And when you're ready, I'd like you to now focus on option 1, digital products. And all I want you to do here is just bring it into your thought form and become aware of what happens in your body. And remember, with these meditations, you're not forcing, you're just allowing. So just taking time. What happens when I say digital products?
It sounds like a lot of money, but also lacking connection.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll write that down. Lacking connection. Okay. Okay. Take a deep breath. Release that. Now, when you're ready, option 2, group coaching. Say 6 months was what you said. Just taking your time. What's happening in your body?
I feel a little bit of fear that it's a lot, actually, about expensive energy, about
say that again, expensive energy.
Expensive energy.
Yeah.
There's a question about, am I worried that it's too easy?
Okay.
So I think it's going to be expense of energy, but it's actually a fear of ease.
Okay, fear of ease. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Pause for a moment, recalibrate, come back into your body. As we say, option 3, one-on-one.
I love this because of the experience that I have, but the fear that it's limited. And the fear that it leaves so many people behind. But other than that, I love it more than I expected. And I feel fiery. I feel aligned. I feel good.
Yeah, with this one. All right. Okay, so just for the next couple of breaths, I want you to tune in to just being open to receiving anything else you need between 1, 2, and 3, and then just sit with whatever comes up.
Do you want to hear?
Yeah, absolutely.
It keeps on saying that it's already here. It's like quite vague. It's like it's already here. Just be in it. It's saying that combining the digital with the connection. It's like saying that what I'm already doing is already right.
Yeah, thank you. And it's interesting you say that. Just when you're ready, just open your eyes when you feel comfortable. And you know, it's really interesting. That's exactly what popped out to me, is exactly what you're doing, because that's what you're doing with me. One-on-one and my digital product.
Yeah.
There it is.
Do you know what's, I guess what, I feel a bit discombobulated. It was like, if that's the case, then where's the 20K? I mean, that's the unfiltered version of my thoughts.
Yes.
It's like, if that's where it is, where's the 20K? And also, Where's the rest part? Even though I feel fiery in the sessions and stuff, like, is there a time where you get to sort of rest as well? You know, because if I take 20, that just means, oh, here's the inner thoughts, I guess. It just means that a lot of, I fear that 20 would be someone missing out on the highest level of energy that I deliver to anyone.
Okay. So this is the process where we now look at what's holding you back, or what could you do to support yourself. So for example, you know, because that came to me too, digital products, one-on-one. To me, you do it, even though you say one is lacking connection, you're giving a different form of connection. So we could change the word lacking and look at what does lacking actually mean for you. What is it about you that might feel lacking? So again, like you said to me earlier, it's a yes, right? So for me, the digital products as a client is a yes, but obviously there's something lacking for you.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. The system that I've created is so pragmatic that it doesn't include practices of the tuning in. It doesn't include the practices of the heart.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. And I love that, because it's true. Often these digital products are. However, what's coming through now, again, we could go into the, what I could have done is open, I won't do open the Akashic records now, but that's what I actually, next time I'll sit in them, but they're coming through anyhow. But what I'm thinking is, why not add a unit, add a section on it?
Yeah, that confirms something that I was considering.
So to me, that's then creating the connection, and it's guiding women to saying this is, or men, you know, this is ideas, this is what you can do. This creates that heart connection, the space. Okay.
Yeah,
so there's that. So it's pragmatic. You can turn that.
Yeah. Also,
and
you can confirm something. Yeah, I was thinking about doing this and what that would look like in terms of an action. But it confirms what I was thinking.
Okay, so there you go. So we've got that. So we'll park that for the moment. We'll do digital products with heart. So in fact, what you can also do, we could also do a little practice how to also create an energy around the digital products.
Oh yeah, that's the key. So
you can put an energy, so sit in it and just love, I don't know, whatever you want to do, is heart space, warmth, joy, just doing that as well. Okay. So shift the energy of it.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Yeah. That changed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're easy. For you to do. Then you can lastly then look at price point. Are you happy with your price point? Because if we're going to go 20,000 Ks and you're looking at your energy, is it too easy, and how to preserve yourself? We need to look at, then I would look at, okay, we'll come back to that, because then we'd look at what practices do you need to do to put into place to be able to support yourself. Now, okay, come back to, let's go to the one-on-one. That's the one you said where you felt you love it, you know, you feel fiery and aligned. Tell me more about that.
I love it because there's an I love the whole practice of it. There's an interaction. I learn. I get to execute what I love.
Yes.
And I've managed so far at this level where I can experience the abundance and at the same time have the energy. And I guess the fear casting is more about the future of, if I continue to take clients at this speed, what that would look like.
Yes.
You bridged a gap for me just before about the price point of the digital product. I've always known that it's going to head to the $700 to $900 price point. And I've always known that that would be once it's complete. And then when you said the energy part, that for me is the completing piece.
Good. Okay.
But then when that price point changes, that will also impact the one-on-ones.
Exactly. And that's now we're going to sit in that. So we're going to sit now. Okay. So let's come back to the one-on-ones. Because you're wanting 20, so we've got to keep focused. You're wanting 20,000 a month. You're wanting it to come with ease and grace. You want to be able to also conserve your energy, yet still have this beautiful, fiery, gorgeous, delightful side of you, which I actually love about you. It keeps me motivated. So it's how you're going to keep yourself there as well. So from what I want you to just think about this, we're going to unpack. If you keep charging at the price you are charging, how's that going to make you feel? To get to the 20,000 a month?
I feel I feel scared of the tiredness.
Exactly. So let's look at changing the price point. Let's just play with this. You have your base rate, middle rate, ideal rate, and the highest, and then you work to what, like you said to me, sit with that. Okay, so I'd like you now just to sit for a moment. You want 20,000 a month. I want you to sit and see, how does that, what would that look like for you? Because the digital product is pretty much, you don't have to put, people just come, get it, go. Okay, which is beautiful. So I want you now to sit in, what would it look like for you?
I already know. Yeah, it's like here, boom, 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 boom. Actually, it's like 15 sales of digital, and then the rest is actually more than I wanted to calculate. I think I was capping myself at 20K per month, because ultimately I would love to work with 5 people per, like on a weekly basis, like 5.
Yes.
And the dollar value of that, whatever that looks like the digital is fulfilling most of it. The digital is fulfilling most of the 20K, and then this, it's like 2,000 something, 2,200.
I want you to pause. We're going to do this now. We're going to go from 1,500 to 20 to 3,000. Okay, because I want you to feel into this. Because again, all right, because you, like you said, this way you can then be really particular, because your programs are 8 weeks, right? So then you can really immerse. So did you want, okay, let's go back. Did you want 5 new women a week, or just 5 women for the whole time?
For the whole time.
Okay, so then we've got to look at, if we're doing 5, sorry, I keep saying women because that's me, 5 people, 5 people. So let's say it's 5 people for 8 weeks. You've got to then work out how much is that on a weekly basis, okay, or a monthly basis. So it might work out. So let's sit with this. Let's do a couple of calculations. 5 times 1,500 equals 7,500. 5 times 220 equals 10,000. I'm just doing a quick. Okay, 3,000 equals 15,000. That's rough. All right, we've got it. Okay. So if you're going to have 5 women for 8 weeks, at 1,500, it's going to give you 7,500.
Gotcha.
Breathe. I want you now to tune into that. What does that look like? How does that feel? 8 weeks. Where you're giving your undivided, beautiful energy.
Yeah. Well, what comes is a question. Is do I then take 5 new people every month to fulfill the 7.5K per month? And that's a rolling situation where every month we want to get new. So truthfully, not super excited. I'm not super excited about it. Because I want to reflect back to you. So I'll just give you a reflect back. When I hear that, it feels messy and it feels busy and it feels like you're not, you're, what I said before, you're fragmented, okay? Yeah.
Let's go 5 people at 2,200. That's 10,000. Just over. So that's 10,000. How does that feel?
Definitely better. I think I have a challenge accepting that this is a rolling situation, that in order to fulfill that 10 per month means 5 new situations to enter, and you know what I mean? Like
now, this is what we often do. We start to complicate things. We start to distract ourselves. So see what you're doing?
Yeah.
You're already trying to work out the mechanics. So you're already trying to do that business side, the masculine. How am I going to do this? I would like you to sit for the moment to feel it first.
I know what I feel, and I haven't been saying it. I want to invest this. It's like in one, like only one group of 5 people over the 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the energy is concentrated. It's simple. It's not fragmented. And that's it.
Exactly. All right. So let's sit with that. So you want 5 women, not fragmented, simple, easy, manageable, fun, exciting. All right. 5 people at 3,000.
Yeah, that's nice. 5 people at 3,000. Automatically, my brain's like calculating and going, do I do it every month? I feel that the dollar value may not suffice the monthly goal.
Yeah.
but I am excited by the focus of energy into
Exactly.
this quantity.
Exactly. And I think that's it. Focus of energy. I'm just writing that because that's the word. It's now, it might be, you might not get your goal straight away, but play with, or, you know, explore the focus of energy. So it might be, all right, I'm going to take you one step further. 5 women at 5,000.
Yeah.
Stop. Pause. You just came into pause.
Yeah, I was calculating already.
Exactly. I could see, just went bang. See, that's the distraction. That's the discomfort we take away. Oh, we go blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Pause. 5,000.
There's definitely discomfort.
Yes. Stay with the discomfort. Now just breathe through it. Okay, there's discomfort. What's under the discomfort, Kristine?
Emotions.
Yeah.
Wondering, can I deliver?
Yes. Doubt. Okay. Stay with it if you feel, if you can.
It's like saying I can, but I need to just dissolve the disbelief.
Yes.
That saying, why is the weight so heavy?
Yes.
On the 5K. It's saying just try. It's saying just try and do what you've been doing, which is put it out there and then give your best, which is what you've been doing this whole time.
Yeah. Breathe that in. I want you to stay with that. If you feel comfortable, hand on your heart or your belly. If you feel comfortable, just wherever. And I want you to stay with that last bit you just said. I'm going to say it again. 5 people at 3,000. Stay. Yeah. $3,000, Kristine. And as you're doing this, I want you now to extend it out. What would happen for you in those 2 months if you had 5 beautiful people at 3,000? Look at your energy. So let's focus on the energy now. How would that make
5,000? 5,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So what did I say? At 5,000. So I was looking at the old one. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. 5 amazing people who really want your services and really happy to pay 5,000.
Can I say?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It says, okay, why not? It's fun. You can be flexible.
Exactly. And you know what I want to add to that?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to give even more to those clients as a consequence.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You're going to give.
Exactly.
That's right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to show your clients that, number one, not only you are valued, but so are they. You're going to give them that beautiful high vibe that's going to keep them high vibe, right? You're going to be literally the light, the leader. Wow.
Oh, I feel worried that I'm leaving some people behind.
Okay. All right. Does that feel familiar for you, worrying about leaving people behind?
Yeah, it's money related.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like the people who need like the most help, they don't believe in money. And I think that if I only took clients who have embraced this, then what about others?
Yeah, that's very real for you. So that's something we would work on, you know, is to look at what is that about you? What is perhaps it about for you? What stories come up? Because what I'm seeing is, and I'm going to again come back to you, you're not leaving people behind because they can do your digital product.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I said that's where it comes in.
Yeah.
Training.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect this to be like this.
No. Mm. Mm. And this is the power of this sort of work. You know, when you can, and thank you for being, you know, open to receiving and also to unpacking. It's a gift for me. It's a privilege for me to have that. So like what you're saying with your clients, this is what you give me.
Thanks.
Okay, so before we finish, I just want you to again just take a moment. I've actually one set of cards here. I'm going to just draw a lovely oracle card, and it chose me today for us. I don't know why. Wisdom of the hidden realms. I just thought it's the work that you do and who you are, and the work what we're also doing together here. It's really going to a whole nother level. And I really do believe it's going to take people time to understand the work that you do on that energetic level. You're going to elevate, because you've already elevated me. You know, and I work with this stuff, but you've elevated me to another level. It's like, wow. That, if we're going to be blunt, is your monetary value. Okay, but it's intangible. See, this is the thing, it's intangible. Okay, so I'll pull the card, and what I'd suggest you do is sit down and really again come into focus on that energy, focus on the intangibility of what you're offering.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, all right, so let's just see, what do we need to know? Oh, now you just... Oh, the camel boy, small steps, asking for help.
What? That's so poignant.
Exactly right. Okay, so let's see what it says. All right. As your ally, she calls it ally and challenger. So as your ally, when the camel boy comes as your ally, he reminds you that asking for help will bring in the right people to ease the burden of your life. Perhaps a wise person appears to give you advice. Maybe you're moving and suddenly a couple of friends offer to give you a hand with your packing. Or you want information about someone and you just happen to run into its former partner, who gives you the knowledge you need to make the decision you've been weighing. No matter the issue, this is a sign that if you ask, you will receive what you need. Synchronicity is engaged when you request assistance. The camel boy never lets you down when you ask for help in lightening your load. Now's the time to do so, to expect to get it. Challenger, the camel boy challenges you to stop the course of action you're on and get busy with mundane chores. Nothing can happen right now to move forward in your inquiry any more quickly. This is the time to chop wood and carry water. Attend to your home, wash your car, and declutter your closet. So it's just, you know, bring all that in. A spring cleaning is in order. So I call it spring cleaning your mind. Thoughts. You may also need a spring cleaning of your thoughts. Here we are. Meditation would help too. That said, if you do all the small things now, the big ones are accomplished as if by magic, and always when you stop trying to do it all at once and all by yourself. Another message is a warning to stop attempting to accomplish everything single-handedly, expecting that no one will ever come to help. Try letting them. Now is the time to relinquish control.
You would have no idea how aligned that is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So this whole passing weekend, I just wanted to complete some of the stuff that goes in the portal, create the video editing course, all this stuff. And I'm just a little bit. And then I was tuning into the first voice notes that you sent me. Like I'm really tapping into that. And when I say push pull, it was so strong because the push was I wanted to push. My mind wanted to push. my task list wanted to push, everything wanted to push. In the meantime, my behavior was leaning into your message, the message that you sent me. And I went to get some plants. I helped, like, we clean the house, like make over a little bit. And then last night was the ultimate feeling of sitting with the residual guilt. I was in guilt for choosing that. And I knew it. I knew it. I said, you're feeling guilty for something that you were meant to do. So, which was to enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
So I was really in that guilt last night.
Yeah. And what I would do in another session is, what is it about you don't allow yourself to enjoy, to deserve?
And that I thought that I was already there. I thought that out of all the business owners, I've got it all sorted. But when I feel so fiery, I want to work. When I feel so, I've been feeling so, every session I feel fire, and it makes me want to go more.
But if you think about it, and I don't know enough about fire, but you also need the water to create that harmony, to create the, the dance. Because at the moment it's all fire.
Oh my gosh, I have a lot to sit with.
It's the word I love is, instead of saying growth, we use evolving. We're just evolving at another level.
Yeah, that's right.
We just keep evolving. We're just evolving. Yeah. And we're great where we are now because we've done a lot of it, but we've got more to go. And that's what I'm now allowing myself to open up to. I've got more to go, and that's okay.
And I feel like, honestly, it just gets easier and easier. It's just a revelation every time you go, oh, I thought I did that already.
Exactly.
And you realize there's a few residual belief systems around guilt, action, push. Yeah,
that's right. And I think also when you get to this point, you have a revelation, but you've also got your tools in place, what I call the sacred toolbox. So you might not slip into it. You might only go 5 minutes, half an hour, 2 days instead of the whole time. So like now what I do is when I have my moments, I just, instead of resist, I just stay with it. I settle into it. Because when you settle into, as the Buddhists say when I teach meditation, when you sit with the discomfort, it actually passes through you quicker than when you resist, keep resisting. If you can stay with that discomfort.
I'll end the recording first here.
Yep, do that. So before we go, let's just do a moment of gratitude. Thank you. We're just now going to close the energies and just create this beautiful space. Just bring ourselves back into our bodies, into the room. Just going to put my heart in prayer and just go namaste and thank you.